Itewan Semi. Hey guys, welcome back. Part 3. Beauty and the Beast. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to do multitasking here today again. That's what I'm always doing because I have the way I have my computer set up. I have, my main TV there, my internet monitor here, and my PC monitor over here. So I've got three TVs to go back and the camera. Anyway, part 3 of Beauty and the Beast. Where is this story going? And I'm going to start off with one word. Breasts. What a way to start a video. I'm sure if some of you, from the comments I've read, know what's going on. And know where this is going. You can kind of figure it out. All right? But you're going to be shocked at the end. I guarantee you won't, 90% of you won't see this coming. I guarantee it, okay? Anyway, again, thank you to everybody who's commenting, liking, subscribing. Please, 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 I'm asking very kindly if you could just like. You don't have to subscribe. I don't need subscribers. I need views. So if you could just like the video or make a quick comment, if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Because it will help my video get traction on the YouTube matrix so that I can get my video out to more people and more people can watch and I can gain more minutes because that's what I need right now. This year I'm hoping by October to get 2,000 minutes. 2,000 hours, 2,000 hours. So that will put me into monetizing. So help me do that. I really appreciate it. So, Part 3, breasts. Ozzy and G are getting along very well. Both are happy. So Ozzy being from Australia, G being from Thailand. They're now together 6 months together, 3 months apart, and now starting their next 6 months together. Back into their routine, swimming in the morning, massage, breakfast, touring around Pattaya, eating, and then drinking at night. Going to the gym in the afternoon, and G is coming along and doing all of this, and she's also going and learning English at the same time. They're both coming to my friend D's bar. So he has this bar, and he spends a lot of money, okay? But he's very humble about it. And every day they would talk business. He's coming in every single day, and they're talking business, sharing ideas. Ozzy is asking questions about different places and D is giving his opinion, etc. So one day Ozzy and G are there, they're drinking, and there's my friend D and one of his bar managers and one of the other girls, and they're all drinking at the bar. And the conversation goes something like this, is Ozzy asks D, what do you think of G's breasts? And D is just like shocked, like he doesn't know what to say. He says, they look fine to me. And can you guess what happens next? G lifts up her top and shows them. And she says, and Ozzy and G say that, she would looking to get them lifted. Not change the size, but lift it. And, D, my friend, he doesn't know what to say. He says, they look fine to me. You're, 27 years old. You're still a young girl. But she says they feel like they're sagging a little bit or what have you. It was a very strange conversation to be having on YouTube. But, yeah. So one of the other girls who's working in the bar sees what's going on. She comes over. Now she's had some work done. She lifts her top. And now there's breasts everywhere. And they're comparing and talking. And basically it's a before and after. Everybody's feeling, everybody's talking. And, now this is a very strange thing to happen. Even for Pattaya, okay? So everybody's evaluating the before and after, and the decision is finally made that yes, some work can be done. Now, of course, in those days, you can get it cheap in Pattaya, but Ozzy being the guy that he is, they take off to Bangkok and went to the best doctor. And at that point, it was decided a small enlargement will be done and a firm up. Okay. So after the surgery, they took a trip for a month to travel and rest and heal. And then they returned back to Dee's bar and they walk in and, of course, show off the work. Here we go. She was very happy with it. And, of course, Ozzy was happy. Now, one of the things that I personally know is that every single woman that I have met who has had the surgery, who I knew before and after, I have noticed weight gain. The body shape changes. And I don't know why that is. And 90%, and this is going back 25 years, 30 years now, since I was in my 20s, okay? Back in Canada. Even there, I knew women who had gone through the surgery in their early 20s, in their mid 20s, and I know women today, again, women who are in their 20s or 30s, who've done the surgery, and I've noticed weight gain. Or their bodies change. I don't know what it is. I'm not a researcher. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what happens, but I've noticed it. So she comes back in and she's different, you know. First of all, her nose was different. And now her shape is changing. Okay, so Dee is noticing that and he's telling me, sorry, I don't mean to say I noticed it. Dee noticed it and he's telling me the story. I'm just reading it off of here because I typed it in the first person. So, yeah, I noticed that in women, and he is telling me this story, and I said, yeah, this is what I've noticed as well. So he said, yeah, her body shape had changed, and it was only a month, and he said it was enough that it was noticeable. So I said, like, yeah, I can picture that. So now they're towards the end of the second 6 months, okay? And Ozzy has decided that he's not going to get a bar in Pattaya, due to the work involved and the return, it's not worth it. So he's decided to take a road trip around Thailand and we'll decide what to do next. He wants to see what else there is in the different areas. And they were going to take a month-long trip and travel around. So he's got the hotel, but he's still going to, keep the hotel and travel around for a month. So in the last week, they come back and to settle up everything. And G and Ozzy are going back to Australia for 3 months. They got the lawyers, they got the visas, they got everything taken care of. All is settled. And Ozzy went back with her. And hello, kitty. Please ignore the cat. Hey, don't, not in front of the camera. Go over there and do that. Nobody wants to see you do that. And you're still in the camera. Go over here. Sorry about that. Nobody wants to see that. So they had a great time in Australia. And during that time, he taught her about her business and she practiced her English, obviously. And she's getting more and more practice with English. And they had a great time. So they come back. So now this is his third 6 months. So now they have been together a year and a half. And in that year and a half, 3 of those months, they were not together. Okay? So now you can imagine where they are in their relationship. So in a year and a half, 3 months, they were not together. Otherwise, they have been spending 24 hours a day together. 7 days a week. So he books a hotel for another 6 months. And these 6 months, he's going to travel around. Now, he's got money, so he books the hotel just to keep his stuff, but they're traveling around and they'll pop back in every couple of weeks as a home base. So I had met them that first week that they got back. I'm reading again. Dee had met them the first week that they had got back. And he's saying to me, he's saying that he's noticing a change in her attitude. Because now she is feeling that her status is rising. You know, the way she carried herself, the way she talks, the way she acts, obviously the way she's dressing, she feels a little higher. She's speaking English now, so, you know, her attitude is changing. And Dee is saying that that also adds to her attractiveness, that it's, or lack of attractiveness, because now she's not farm fresh anymore. She's, you know, a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit not as naive as she used to be. So Ozzy was telling Dee that while they were in Australia, G was telling Ozzy that she didn't feel pretty enough, you know, based on seeing all these, you know, Western women, because as many of you know, some South Asian people aspire to be more Western looking, and especially those who are undereducated or from the rural areas, they see that as the prize. So when she was surrounded by all these Australian women, she didn't feel attractive. So, you know, Ozzy should have told her, yeah, you're attractive, but, you know, he was telling Dee that she wanted that self-confidence, and if it meant that she wanted to make some changes, then he would support her. And so what she wanted was, she wanted to get some Botox for her cheeks to get them, you know, a little bit bigger, and that would make her happy. So, you know, first thing they do is head up to Bangkok, get that taken care of, and the procedure takes about 2 months, because you got to get the injection, then you got to wait a couple weeks, then you got to get another injection, you got to wait a couple weeks. So I didn't see them until after the work was done, right? So that was probably about 2 or 3 months into the 6 months. Part 4 coming soon. What's next? What happened to D? Beauty and the Beast. What happened to G? Sorry, what happened to G? Beauty and the Beast. Stay tuned for that episode coming soon. Itiwan Semi. I'm out.